So we're going to start off with Marta Lefsky, who is our Director of Planning and Development, and she's going to talk about the importance of transit villages and specifically Woodbridge downtown redevelopment. Marta?
Thanks very much for being here today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the importance of development and redevelopment, especially about the impact that it could have for the downtown of Woodbridge and what we call the downtown transit village of Woodbridge. So I'll try not to bore you that much, but let me take you through just a brief history, because you will not be surprised to know that the history of how it is that towns and cities grew up is really very close to the history of how Woodbridge grew up. So everybody knows that Woodbridge was the first charter town in the state, and that was actually June 1 of 1669 by King Charles II of England. And so we got chartered, we started growing, yada yada yada, and the Industrial Revolution arises. And so now we're not just the farmers that we had always been through history, again, much like the rest of the country, because we had Indians and farming when we got here, and that's how we sustained ourselves. So Woodbridge is doing the same, and then boom, the Industrial Revolution, and suddenly there is a desire to be able to move the goods and services that we produce from the East Coast to the West Coast. So Shazam! Transcontinental Railroad in 1869. And literally then, wherever the railroad was is where towns started growing and cities started organizing. And that is one of the driving forces of the creation, a popularization of downtowns and cities in America. The ability to move people without a vehicle trip from place to place, and to provide in a densely populated area goods and services that everybody wants and needs in order to be able to live. So here we are now, circa the last 50 years of development in the town, and when you look outside, pretty much up and down Main Street is as you see it today. Pretty much the largest change to the elevation and stature of the downtown along Main Street has been the rebuilding of Town Hall, which opened in 1996. So, come to the last 10 years and our current mayor, Mayor McCormick, a very forward-thinking kind of guy who's building the town, its infrastructure, its capacity, reinventing it into the next millennia. And so literally, me as a planner, that's what I do by license, has done more planning and documentation of that planning and creation of redevelopment areas and redevelopment plans and looking at how we bring capacity to all that and how we manage all that in the last 10 years than we have probably done in the last 50 to 100. So 10 years ago, we adopted the Downtown Transit Village Plan. And what that goal is to bring population into the downtown. So I want everybody to think about density, population, and living in a new way. What if we could bring population in such that you walk outside and your backyard is a park? Imagine for a second if you were in the 3rd or 4th story apartment and the restaurant downstairs was your kitchen. So as you walk outside this evening, I want you to think about, to look and see for yourself, what would that be like? what would that mean to our sense of community, our sense of place that we could foster in the downtown if we intensified the number of people walking on the street. You've seen we banned trucks on Main Street already, so we're bringing in the ability to pedestrianize and to evolutionize the way we see our outside spaces, creating a sense of place and space for the next millennia.